Rebuild India. Chapter 4 Onward Forever. By Swami Vivekanand. You are the children of God, sharers of immortal bliss, holy and perfect beings. Do not say that you are weak. Stand up, be bold, be strong. Take full responsibility upon your own shoulders, and know that you are the creator of your own destiny. All the strength and support you need is already within you. To the non-Brahman castes I say, wait, do not be in such haste. Do not seize every opportunity to fight the Brahman, for your suffering is not only their doing, it is also the result of your own shortcomings. Instead of wasting your energy in endless debates and quarrels in the newspapers, instead of fighting and bickering within your own homes, which is sinful, use that energy to acquire the culture and knowledge the Brahman possesses, and the matter will be resolved. And to you, the upper classes of India, do you truly think you are alive? You are but mummies, 10,000 years old. The little vitality that still remains in India is found not among you, but among those whom your ancestors scorned as walking carrion. It is you who are the real, walking corpses. Yes, on your bony fingers remain priceless rings preserved by your forefathers, and within your decaying embrace lie many ancient treasures. But pass them quickly to your heirs. Do it without delay. For you must fade into the void and disappear, so that new India may rise in your place. When the masses awaken, they will recognize the oppression you have inflicted upon them, and with a single breath they could sweep you away. It was they who first carried civilization to you, and it is they who, when roused, can also bring it crashing down. Therefore, I say, strive to awaken these lower classes from their long slumber by giving them learning and culture. When they rise, and rise they surely will, they will not forget the good you have done for them, and they will remain grateful. The duty of every aristocracy is to dig its own grave, and the sooner it does so, the better. The longer it clings to privilege, the more it will rot, and the more terrible will be its end. Thus, it is the duty of the Brahman to labor for the uplift and salvation of the rest of India's people. So long as millions remain in hunger and ignorance, I declare every man a traitor who, having received education at their expense, pays no heed to them. I call those who strut about in luxury, living on wealth wrung from the poor, wretches, so long as they do nothing for the 200 million souls who today live no better than starving savages. How can those who refuse a hungry mouth even a crumb of bread hope to grant salvation? How can those who think themselves defiled by the mere touch or breath of others hope to purify anyone? This don't-touchism is nothing but a mental disease. Arise, and show your strength, not in the spirit of a master, not with the festering vanity of ego, superstition, or the empty trickery of East and West, but in the true spirit of a servant. Every member of society must have the same opportunity for wealth, education, and knowledge. Freedom in all matters, freedom that leads toward mukti, is the highest gain of human life. Any social rules that block this unfolding of freedom are harmful and must be swiftly destroyed. And all institutions that help people advance on the path of freedom must be strengthened and encouraged. The first share of everything must go to the poor. We have a right only to what remains. The highest form of worship is the worship of the Virat, the living universe all around us. Worship that. Worship is the exact equivalent of the Sanskrit word, and no other English word will do. These, our fellow human beings and even animals, are the true gods. The first deities we must honor are our own countrymen. This is the only God who is awake, our own people, everywhere his hands, everywhere his feet, everywhere his ears, pervading all things. All other gods are asleep. What folly it is to chase after distant, imagined gods while ignoring the Virat, the God ever present around us. See every man, every woman, every being as God. After much austerity, I have realized this as the highest truth: God dwells in every jiva. There is no God apart from this. Who serves jiva, serves God indeed. If you cannot worship the living God in your brother, how can you claim to worship the unseen God? You may build a temple of stone, and that may have its place, but a far greater temple already exists: the human body. Give your body, mind, and speech wholly to the welfare of the world. Look upon your mother as God, look upon your father as God, but I say, let the poor, the illiterate, the ignorant, and the afflicted be your God. Know for certain that service to them alone is the highest religion. India today demands the sacrifice of her noblest and best. The bravest hearts and the highest souls must give themselves for the good of the many, for the welfare of all. We need Buddha by the hundred, radiating eternal love and compassion. What India needs most are men and women, strong, vigorous, and filled with faith. Men and women sincere to the backbone, believing with every fiber of their being. 100 such souls, and the world itself would be transformed. First shape their lives, then true work can begin. Go to the young men and women, those who can give their heart and soul to one great duty: the raising of India's masses. Awaken them, unite them, fill them with the spirit of renunciation. The future rests entirely on the youth of India. I am born to organize these young men. Indeed, hundreds more in every city are ready to join me. I want to send them rolling like irresistible waves across India, bringing comfort, morality, religion, and education to the very doors of the lowliest and most downtrodden. This I shall do, or die trying. Awake, awake, O great ones! The world burns with misery. Can you still sleep? Let us call and call until the sleeping gods awaken, until the God within each soul rises in answer. What greater purpose is there in life? See how countless people are already swallowed by the shark of delusion. Hear their piteous cries from the depths of their hearts. Forward, O brave souls! Break the fetters that bind them, lift the burdens of the suffering, and bring light to the darkened hearts of ignorance. Pay no heed to the cold-hearted intellectuals and their lifeless words in print. We are poor, my brothers, we are nobodies, but it has always been the poor and the humble who became instruments of the Most High. The great works of the world were wrought by such as these. Trust not in the so-called rich, they are more dead than alive. The true hope lies in you, the meek, the lowly, yet the faithful. Onward forever. Sympathy for the poor and downtrodden, even unto death, this is our motto. Onward, brave ones! Have faith in the Lord, clever policies are nothing. Feel deeply for the miserable, lift your eyes to Him for strength, and help shall come. I bequeath to you, young men and women, this sympathy, this struggle for the poor, the ignorant, the oppressed. Vow, then, to devote your whole lives to the redemption of these 300 million souls, sinking lower each day. If you are truly my children, you will fear nothing, stop at nothing. You will rise like lions. We must awaken India and the whole world. Go from village to village, bringing good to humanity and to all people everywhere. If needed, go to hell yourself to secure salvation for others. My child, since death is inevitable, is it not better to die like heroes rather than live like lifeless stones? It is far better to wear out in service than to rust away in idleness, especially if it means doing even the smallest good for others. Put yourself to work, and you will discover a tremendous power rising within, so immense you may find it difficult to contain. Even the smallest act of service awakens this inner force. Even holding the least thought of good for another gradually fills the heart with the strength of a lion. I love you all deeply, but I wish more than anything to see you live, and if necessary, die, in the service of others. Indeed, I would rejoice to see you sacrifice everything for that cause. The one who works best is the one who works without motive, not for money, not for recognition, not for any reward. When a person can act in that spirit, he becomes a Buddha. Out of such a soul will flow a power that can move the world, a force that can transform it. Love shall be the force that wins the victory. Do you truly love your fellow human beings? Where, then, should you seek God? Are not the poor, the suffering, the weak, God Himself? Why not worship them first? Why search for water by digging a well on the banks of the Ganga? Believe in the limitless, all-powerful strength of love. Blessed are we, not because we can help Him, but because we are granted the privilege of working for Him. Erase the very word, help, from your mind. You cannot help God. To think so is almost irreverent. Serve only as an act of worship. I must see God in the poor, and it is for my own salvation that I go to worship them. The poor and the suffering exist for our salvation, so that we may learn to serve the Lord, who comes to us in the form of the diseased, the insane, the leper, and even the sinner. Forget yourself, that is the first lesson, whether you call yourself a theist or an atheist. When you can sacrifice all desire for your own happiness for the sake of society, then you will be a Buddha. Then, and only then, you will be free. Let us pray, lead, kindly light. A beam will break through the darkness, and a guiding hand will be stretched forth to lead us. Let each one of us pray, day and night, for the downtrodden millions of India, those bound by poverty, priestcraft, and tyranny. Pray for them, unceasingly. I care more to bring religion to them than to the wealthy and the privileged. I am no metaphysician, no philosopher, no saint. I am poor, and I love the poor. But who truly feels for the 200 million men and women sunk in poverty and ignorance? Who feels their suffering? Let these people be your God. Think of them, work for them, pray for them constantly, and the Lord will show you the way. He alone is a Mahatman, a great soul, whose heart bleeds for the poor. 3 things are essential for great achievements. First, you must feel from the heart. Do you feel it? Do you feel that millions of the descendants of gods and sages now live as mere brutes? Do you feel that millions starve today and have been starving for centuries? Does this truth make you restless? Does it rob you of sleep? Does it course through your blood, beating in rhythm with your heart? Has it driven you nearly mad with urgency? Are you seized with this one idea, the misery, the ruin, until you forget your name, your fame, your family, your possessions, even your own body? If so, then you have taken the very first step to becoming a true patriot. Have you discovered a way forward, some practical solution, some help instead of condemnation, some gentle words to ease their suffering, to lift them out of this living death? Yet that alone is not enough. Do you have the will to overcome obstacles as high as mountains? If the whole world stood against you with swords in hand, would you still dare to do what you believe is right? Would you keep pressing forward, steadily, toward your goal? Do you have that unshakable determination? If you possess these three qualities, each one of you can work miracles. Rise up, my boys and girls, my brave, noble, good souls, take the idea, take the plan, and put your shoulders to the wheel. Do not pause to look back for name, fame, or any such vanity. Cast aside selfishness and work. Forward. What we need is infinite energy, infinite zeal, infinite courage, and infinite patience. Only then will great things be achieved. My child, what I ask for is muscles of iron and nerves of steel, within which resides a mind as powerful as a thunderbolt. Strength, manhood, the valor of the Kshatriya combined with the radiance of spiritual wisdom, that is what we need. Cultivate obedience, but never at the cost of your faith. No centralization is possible without obedience to superiors, and no great work can succeed without unity of individual forces. Beware of everything false, hold fast to truth. We may succeed slowly, but succeed we must, and surely. Work as if the entire task depends on you alone. Be moral, be brave. Be a man of wholehearted integrity. Be strictly moral, brave to the point of fearlessness. Do not waste your mind on endless religious theories. It is cowards who sin, the brave do not even in thought. Guard against two dangers, the love of power and the poison of jealousy. Always cultivate faith in yourself. First, we must make men. But how can true men be made without Shraddha, deep faith and reverence? Arise, awake, wake up yourselves and awaken others. Fulfill the highest purpose of human life before you depart. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached.